published 0403 EDT, the 10th of October 2017, updated 0654 EDT, the 10th of October 2017. He's the man who designed the phone that revolutionized the technology industry. But it seems that Chingford-born Sir Jonathan Ive isn't impressed with everyone's use of the device. Sir Jonathan, Apple's chief designer, says while the iPhone has wonderful use, many people misuse the device by constantly using it. Sir Jonathan also revealed that his inspiration for creating the first iPhone in 2007 was a loathing for the other phones available at the time. Scroll down for video. Sir Jonathan Ive was speaking during an interview on stage at the New Yorker Tech Fest when he said that while the iPhone has wonderful use, many people misuse the device by constantly using it in a move that might seem counterintuitive. A Berlin-based psychologist has developed an app to help wean us off our gadgets. Called Off Time, it limits which apps can be used to avoid distractions, or prevents people from contacting you unless in an emergency. It doesn't limit connectivity permanently. Instead, users can enable off-time mode for any time when they need to focus, or at set times during the day. And there are various levels of customization. For example, all calls, texts and notifications can be blocked during off-time. Alternatively, users can pre-select so-called VIP contacts that are never blocked, and can get hold of the phone owner even when off-time is enabled. Sir Jonathan was speaking during an interview on stage at the New Yorker Tech Fest. When asked how the iPhone has changed the world, Sir Jonathan said, like any tool, you can see there's wonderful use and then there's misuse. And when probed on what he thinks iPhone misuse consists of, he added perhaps constant use. Sir Jonathan has led Apple's design team since 1996, and was responsible for designing the iconic look and feel of the revolutionary iPhone in 2007, but the new interview suggests he sees a dark side to these products. Thankfully, Sir Jonathan said that he sees another of his designs as a solution to this addiction. Sir Jonathan, however, hinted at another Apple product that may be used as a solution. In response to a question about whether he personally checks his email constantly, I've said with my new Apple Watch, I tend to not. During the interview, Sir Jonathan also spoke about his inspiration for the original iPhone in 2007. Surprisingly, he said that he was influenced by hatred to create the device. When we worked on the iPhone, certainly a significant part of our motivation was the loathing we had for the phones that we were using. A former Facebook software engineer has turned his back on apps, despite playing an instrumental role in their success. Justin Rosenstein is concerned that what started as a Silicon Valley success story could end in a future where people are permanently distracted. I think they were a little soul-destroying. Sir Jonathan's interview comes just days after a former Facebook software engineer revealed that he had turned his back on apps, despite playing an instrumental role in their success. Justin Rosenstein developed the iconic like feature for the social media site, beloved of many users and employed as a way of rating the popularity of their posts. Jonathan Joni Ive is Apple's chief design officer, reporting directly to Tim Cook. Joni is responsible for all design at Apple, including the look and feel of Apple hardware, user interface, packaging, major architectural projects such as Apple Park and Apple's retail stores, as well as new ideas and initiatives. Since 1996, Joni has led Apple's design team. His first job was to redesign the Mac for the modern era, but he went on to design the iPod, the iPhone, the complete Mac lineup, and the iPad. He holds over 5,000 patents and has been recognized with several design awards, including the Design Museum London's First Designer of the Year in 2003, the Design and Art Direction DAD President's Award in 2005, and the Cooper Hewitt National Design Museum's Product Design Award in 2007. He was made a Knight Commander of the British Empire in 2013 for services to design and enterprise. Source: Apple. A decade later, the coder has cut himself off from the allure of notifications and other online distractions. He has banned all apps on his phone because he doesn't trust himself not to get addicted to them. What started as a Silicon Valley success story could end in a future where people are permanently distracted by devices from the world around them, he argues. When asked how the iPhone has changed the world, Sir Jonathan said, like any tool, you can see there's wonderful use and then there's misuse. Pictured as the iPhone X. Speaking to The Guardian, Mr. Rosenstein said it is very common for humans to develop things with the best of intentions and for them to have unintended, negative consequences. Everyone is distracted, all of the time. One reason I think it is particularly important for us to talk about this now is that we may be the last generation that can remember life before. If we only care about profit maximization, we will go rapidly into dystopia. Sir Joni Ive has led Apple's design team since 1996, and was responsible designing the iconic look and feel of the revolutionary iPhone pictured in 2007. But the new interview suggests he sees a dark side to these products. Steve was the most focused person I've met in my life. It's terrifying that when you really truly focus, it seems a bit illegal. You can achieve so much. What focus means is saying no with every bone in your body to something you know is a good idea, but you say no because you're focused on something else. I remember talking to Steve Jobs and asked why he was perceived as harsh, and I said, couldn't we be more moderate? And he said, why? And I said, because I care about the team. And he said, no Joni, you're just really vain. You just want people to like you. I'm surprised at you, because I thought you really held the work up as the most important and not how you are perceived by people. People misunderstand Steve because he was so focused.